In today's documentary, we will uncover the hidden secrets of the Tirupati Balaji Temple, secrets that will leave you amazed. So come, let us take you on a mysterious and divine journey to the holy temple of Lord Venkateswara. Make sure to watch this video till the end, because at every step of this journey, a new mystery awaits you. And yes, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. For you, it just takes a second, but for us, it becomes a source of great inspiration to bring you more such wonderful content. Now, let's begin this journey with some unheard stories, unseen truths, and miraculous events. But before we learn about the construction of this great temple, it is important to know how the divine idol of Lord Venkateswara appeared here. This secret begins with an ancient story, a story that forms the foundation of faith and the glory of this sacred temple. According to the traditions, once sage Narada came to the banks of the Ganga river, where many sages were debating a serious question. To whom among the three supreme deities should the fruit of a great sacrifice be offered? To find the answer, Narada advised them to seek guidance from sage Brigu. So sage Brigu first went to Lord Brahma, but he did not greet Lord Brahma. He simply stood silently before him. Lord Brahma felt hurt, but his fatherly affection stopped him from reacting in anger. He remained calm. Then, sage Brigu went to Lord Shiva at Mount Kailash. As soon as Lord Shiva saw him, he was overjoyed. With great affection, he said, "Welcome, sage Brigu. Please accept my embrace." But sage Brigu refused. In a stern voice, he said, "Lord Shiva, you often give boons to demons and beings of darkness, which later bring trouble to the entire world. I cannot accept your embrace." These harsh words filled Lord Shiva with anger. His third eye was about to open, but Goddess Parvati quickly calmed him down and signaled sage Brigu to continue his journey. Finally, sage Brigu reached Vaikuntha, where Lord Vishnu was resting on the serpent bed while Goddess Lakshmi was gently pressing his feet. Sage Brigu was still filled with anger. He, without showing any respect, went forward and struck Lord Vishnu on his chest with his foot. But Lord Vishnu did not get angry. Instead, he immediately stood up, touched the sage's feet and said with great humility, "O sage, your feet are very soft, while my chest is hard. I hope you are not hurt." This patience, forgiveness, and humility of Lord Vishnu deeply moved the sage Brigu's heart. At that moment, he realized, among the three supreme deities, only Lord Vishnu possesses the perfect balance of tolerance, compassion, and humility. So sage Brigu declared before the other sages, "The fruits of all our sacrifices should be offered only to Lord Vishnu, for he alone is the true preserver of the universe and the symbol of compassion." But when sage Brigu struck Lord Vishnu's chest, Goddess Lakshmi was deeply hurt. She could not tolerate this insult to her beloved Lord. She wished that Lord Vishnu should punish the sage, but Lord Vishnu chose forgiveness instead. Unable to bear the insult, Goddess Lakshmi left Vaikuntha and went to the earthly region of Karveerpur in Kolhapur to perform penance. Lord Vishnu was filled with sorrow because his beloved Lakshmi was no longer with him. After some time, he too descended to earth and wandered through forests and mountains searching for her. But he could not find her. At last he reached the hills of Venkata and decided to stay there. Seeing his pain, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahman wanted to help. They took the form of a cow and a calf and went to Goddess Lakshmi. Recognizing them, Goddess Lakshmi entrusted them to a king of the Chola dynasty. The king later gave them to one of his cowherds. For some days everything was normal, but soon the cowherd noticed that the cow had stopped giving milk. Every day it would disappear into the forest and return late. Confused, the cowherd told the king, "My lord, the cow and calf we received from the forest no longer give milk. Every day this cow vanishes somewhere into the woods." The king replied, "Follow it and find out where it goes. I must know the truth." The next day the cowherd followed her. He was astonished to see the cow climb a hill and pour all her milk on an anthill. That anthill was no ordinary place. Lord Vishnu himself was resting there.
The cow offered her milk every day to satisfy the hunger of the Lord. The cowherd became angry at this sight. In frustration, he threw an axe at the cow. But suddenly, Lord Vishnu himself appeared before her to protect her. The axe did not strike the cow. Instead, it hit Lord Vishnu's forehead. The deep wounded left is still visible today on the idol of Lord Venkateswara in Tirupati. When the cowherd realized what he had done, he was terrified. He ran to the king and told him everything. The king was shocked. He rushed to the spot where the Lord had appeared and with folded hands begged for forgiveness. Lord Vishnu not only forgave him, but also gave him a divine blessing. O king, in your next birth, you will be born as Akash Raja. You will have a divine daughter named Padmavati. And it is with Padmavati that I, as Lord Venkateswara, will be united in marriage. As time passed, King Chola was reborn as Akash Raja, and in his palace was born a beautiful daughter Padmavati. Meanwhile, Lord Vishnu also descended to earth, taking birth in the home of Vakula Devi as Srinivas. Years passed, Padmavati grew into a graceful young woman, and Srinivas, the earthly form of Lord Venkateswara, reached the age of marriage. One day while chasing a wild elephant, Srinivas entered the royal garden of Akash Raja. At that very moment, Princess Padmavati was there with her friends playing amidst the flowers. When the eyes of Srinivas and Padmavati met, it was as if two souls had recognized each other. Love blossomed instantly at the very first sight.
Sometime later, Padmavati expressed her wish to marry Srinivas to her father. But when King Akash came to know that Srinivas was just a simple and poor young man, he rejected the proposal. That very night, King Akash had a divine dream. In his vision, Lord Vishnu himself appeared and reminded him of the promise given in his previous birth, that his daughter would marry the earthly form of Vishnu, Lord Venkateswara. When the king awoke, his heart had changed. With full devotion, he gave his blessing for the marriage of Padmavati and Srinivas. Soon, the grand wedding was arranged. At that time, tradition required the groom's side to give wealth to the bride's family to make the marriage complete and sacred. But Srinivas lived like a humble man. He had no wealth of his own. So he turned to the divine treasurer, Kubera, for help and borrowed wealth from him. He made a solemn promise, "I will repay this debt before the end of Kali Yuga." Since then, it is believed that Lord Venkateswara is still repaying this debt. That is why, when devotees offer money at the Tirupati Balaji Temple, it is said to contribute towards helping the Lord repay his promise. For this reason, Lord Venkateswara is also lovingly remembered as the Lord who took a divine loan. But when Goddess Lakshmi came to know that Lord Vishnu had taken birth on earth and married Padmavati, she could not believe it. Her heart was filled with pain and confusion. She decided to go herself and meet Srinivas. When she arrived, Padmavati was also present. For the very first time, Goddess Lakshmi and Padmavati stood face to face. Instead of gentle words, a debate began between them. It was a conflict of love, devotion, and rightful place. The atmosphere grew heavy. When the argument became too intense, Srinivas chose to bring peace. He transformed himself into a divine idol. At that moment, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma appeared. They revealed the truth to both goddesses. This Srinivas is not an ordinary being. He is none other than Lord Vishnu himself, who has descended as Venkateswara to guide and protect humanity in the age of Kali. Hearing this, the hearts of both Lakshmi and Padmavati were calmed. With deep devotion, they merged their presence into that divine idol of Srinivas. And that is why even today, when the sacred idol of Lord Venkateswara is bathed in holy rituals, the images of both Goddess Lakshmi and Goddess Padmavati can be seen on his chest. The temple priests say that after the bathing ceremony, the idol is dressed with a dhoti below and a sari above, a symbol that both divine consorts
are always united with the Lord. If you are enjoying this documentary so far, please give it a like. Your small support inspires us to bring many more such divine stories to you. Now, let us move to another question that often arises in the minds of devotees. When and by whom was the Tirupati Balaji temple actually built? Dear friends, by now, you know how the idol of Lord Venkateswara appeared on earth, but the exact history of the temple's construction is still covered in mystery. The truth is, the exact time of origin of the Tirupati temple remains unknown even today. It is so ancient that fixing one specific date is nearly impossible. Historians trace its earliest mentions between the 4th and 9th centuries during the rule of the Pallava, Chola and Pandya dynasties. It is believed that the Pallava kings first established the temple's importance and developed Tirumala as a great pilgrimage center. Later, the Chola and Pandya rulers expanded the temple structure, adding magnificent carvings, grand pillars, and beautiful architecture. In the 14th and 15th centuries, the mighty rulers of the Vijayanagar Empire, especially King Krishnadevaraya and his successors, made enormous contributions to the temple. They built the main Gopuram, the entrance tower, the mandapas, the halls, and several other architectural marvels. They also donated great wealth to strengthen the temple's prosperity. The form of Tirupati temple that we see today largely took shape during the Vijayanagar period. In the centuries that followed, regional rulers, local nobles, and even the British administration continued to protect and support the temple. And that is why even now, the exact origin of Tirupati Balaji temple remains hidden in time. It is not just a monument, but a living symbol of devotion, architecture, history, and eternal faith, built and nurtured through centuries. Now, let us learn about the tradition that makes the Tirupati Balaji temple truly unique in the entire world. This is the sacred practice of hair offering. Have you ever wondered why millions of devotees come here and offer their hair to the Lord? The answer lies in an ancient divine story. It is said that when Lord Vishnu took birth on earth as Srinivas, a shepherd once struck him on the head with an axe. The blow left a deep wound on his forehead, and along with it, some of his hair also fell away. This scene was witnessed by Neela Devi, a celestial maiden known for her long, thick and beautiful braid, the very symbol of her beauty. But without a moment's hesitation, Neela Devi cut off her precious hair and offered it to Lord Vishnu, placing it upon his wounded head. In human life, hair is often considered a great symbol of beauty. But Neela Devi, without attachment, surrendered hers completely to the Lord. Her act of selfless devotion pleased Lord Vishnu deeply, and so he made a divine promise. Whoever comes to Tirupati and offers their hair with a pure heart, their wishes will be fulfilled. From that very moment, this practice became a powerful symbol of devotion and surrender. It is also said that the hair offered by Neela Devi still adorns the divine idol of Lord Venkateswara and shines eternally fresh and beautiful. Even today, this tradition continues. Every year, nearly 40 million devotees visit the temple, and around 200,000 devotees each day offer their hair to the Lord. The temple staff carefully collect these offerings, wash them, clean them, and dry them. Later, the hair is used to make wigs and extensions, which are in great demand across the world. It is believed that Indian hair is among the finest in quality, and this is why the hair from Tirupati is exported globally. Through this, the temple trust earns significant revenue, which is then used for charity, social welfare, and the maintenance of temple services. But friends, this is just one secret. Behind the walls of the Tirupati Balaji temple, there are many more divine mysteries and wonders. Did you know that inside the sanctum of the temple, fans are always kept running, The reason is that Lord Venkateswara is said to feel great heat. The priests share that his idol constantly appears moist with sweat. They regularly wipe it with a special cloth, but astonishingly, within moments, fresh drops of sweat appear again. Not only that, a mysterious sound can also be heard from within the idol, like the gentle roar of ocean waves hitting the shore. Every devotee who enters with faith feels this divine presence. People believe these are living signs that the Lord is truly present here in his eternal form. It is also said that from the feet of Lord Venkateswara flows a celestial river from Vaikuntha, the Viraja river. In the temple complex, there is a sacred well called Bommala Bavi, which is believed to be connected to this divine stream. For this reason, the temple is also called the Vaikuntha of Kali Yuga, because Lord Vishnu himself resides here. Here is another mystery. Every offering made in the temple, whether milk, flowers, ghee, or any other item, is said to come from a village located 23 kilometers away. But the strange part is, nobody knows which village this is. No one has seen it, and no one has found its exact location. Many have tried, but it remains an unsolved mystery even today. It is also believed that the temple is situated upon 7 hills, which represent the 7 hoods of Sheshnag, the divine serpent on whom Lord Vishnu rests. Thus, Lord Venkateswara is seen as resting in the lap of Sheshnag. The famous Laddu prasad of Tirupati is not just a sweet, it carries a divine story. When the idol of Lord Venkateswara was first established in the temple, the priests were uncertain what to offer as the very first food. At that moment, an old woman appeared carrying a plate filled with fragrant laddus. She said, "Offer these as the first naivedyam to the Lord." The priest did so, and when they tasted the prasadam afterwards, its flavor was so unique and divine that they were amazed. When they asked the old woman for the recipe, she simply smiled, gave the instructions, and then disappeared. It was then believed that this woman was none other than Goddess Lakshmi herself, who came in disguise to bless the offering. Since then, the laddu has remained the sacred prasad of Tirupati Balaji. Another wonder. Before the idol of the Lord, a sacred lamp burns continuously. But here is the astonishing fact. No oil, no ghee, and no wick is ever added to it. And yet, this lamp has been burning steadily for thousands of years without ever going out. When people ask how is this possible, the priests simply smile and say, "This is proof that this place is Vaikuntha, where the Lord himself resides." This lamp was never lit by anyone. It ignited on its own, and since then, it has been burning endlessly. Scientists and researchers have tried to uncover the secret, but none have found an answer. This temple is not just a pilgrimage site. It is a living symbol of faith, devotion, and divinity. Millions of devotees from all over the world come here, bringing their wishes and prayers, sometimes offering hair, sometimes offering wealth. And every devotee believes with all their heart that Lord Venkateswara listens to them, removes their sorrows, and fills their lives with peace and joy. Have you ever visited the Tirupati Balaji temple? If yes, share your experience with us in the comments. And if you know of any more divine mysteries of this temple, please tell us. We would love to hear from you. We will meet you again soon with another inspiring and wondrous documentary. Thank you, and Jai Shri Venkateswara.